Interesting. Very interesting. So I didn't do anything, nothing at all to change anything of what I was doing. And it, just, I left, came back in, and everything was exactly the same. That is so dumb and weird, and I need to excuse me. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh, thank you, Melinda. I appreciate that. That's okay. You don't have to be able to stay, Charlene. I'm just happy that you guys are here. Nothing really big that I'm talking about today. I just wanted to do a live. I am going to put out the video. I've isolated the whole interview with Bruce, the attorney. I gotta mount that my little thing because I've got all my cords to charge all my stuff. I've got to mount what am I trying to say? I've got to mount the power strip. I got people mentioning me on Twitter, people mentioning me on Facebook. Oh man, I don't know why I keep saying. Go. I hate it when we get these little things, these little, snafus, because I was so prepared, I had everything all going. Good morning, Ammo's girl. I was watching her and Doug's stream the other night. She had some good comments. I hate that. Take a drink and then you get a cough. I'm watching college game day. College football. Hands down my favorite sport. Some of you may know, I used to work for a college football team. In fact, the head coach of the Bears currently was one of the coaches when I worked for them. They were one of the coaches for the team I worked for. He was the outside linebackers coach. Still not sunny in Wales. You guys get a lot of cloudy and rainy days, but it makes for some beautiful green grass and rolling hills. Oh, you got Dutch Brothers. I'm jealous. I hear it's really good. I haven't tried it. My favorite is Caribou Coffee. And when I lived in Abu Dhabi, I found a Caribou Coffee out there. There was Dunkin' Donuts, which I love Dunkin' Donuts, don't get me wrong. Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks. I hate Starbucks. I cannot stand Starbucks coffee. But yeah, there were those all over the place. And do you have any more information about Bruce's threats? Bruce is working with small YouTubers to dox me and post stuff about me that I have that. I've got proof of that, because this is the problem when you start doing things with other people. They will always out you, knowingly or unknowingly. So yeah, I've got these technically 3 small YouTube accounts that are trying to dox me. And here's the thing about it. I've been doxed before. They're not finding anything. Like, I've seen the stuff that he's posted. He's not finding anything that is hurting me. Like, he posted about my company that I run. He was trying to say that I'm illegally taking stuff from the charity because I have filed the IRS, well, connected me to the paperwork, which we have made. I've got those being looked over before we send them in. So I'm not afoul of any of the government. This next month, I've got to file my statement of information with the state of California. So I'm perfectly legal. But you get these guys calling me a pedophile. He's also calling me, he's working with the Stolen Valor group that came after me, and I got their website taken down. I told him, I said, the moment I go, everything you're saying about me is false. The moment you put me on your website, I will get taken down, without a doubt. And sure enough, they posted something about me, and I got it taken down. Whoa. And is that not defamation of character? You got to prove damages for defamation of character. I'm not going after them for defamation of character. Stolen Valor, how? They tried saying that because I said I'm a combat veteran, they were trying to say that meant I had a combat action ribbon. I do not rate a combat action ribbon, but as far as the VA is concerned, I am a combat veteran because I was in Afghanistan. I'm straight up gonna admit I was a fobbin, but I was there for well over a year. Well, I shouldn't say well over a year. It was actually a year and a day that I was there. I flew in on March 10th, flew out on March 11th, the next year. So, yeah, I do try to be very accurate. Get them on libel. No, there's other things that they are doing. Trust me, there's other laws that apply. I'm going to be fine. If you ever read Sun Tzu, you never stop the person attacking you. You don't stop them when they're making a mistake. You just let them go. And that's absolutely what Bruce and these guys are doing. Bruce is asking for trouble. Bruce is asking for a fight, is what he's asking for. I'm not engaging with Bruce. I've got him blocked. So because I have him blocked, he's sending these people. And what's funny is I found out yesterday. So the guy coming after me only has about 1,000 more subscribers on YouTube. Only about 1,000. But yet he's been doing his show since 2015. We started this show in 2021. And he was like, I questioned him about it. He was like, oh, the first 4 years I didn't care. Yet the first 2 years of this show, I didn't even have access to the YouTube channel. But I've been able to grow this channel, pretty consistently without that. I had a couple people there were like, you only got it because of What the Hell's. I actually didn't do What the Hell's content for a very long time. What is that? Angry Vet. Everyone go check out his channel. He is in court being prosecuted for wiretapping, for holding his phone just like this and recording his VA doctor say that he was not going to be, would not treat him. So it's an unjust charges. But he's fighting. He refused to take a plea bargain. He is going to fight these charges. He's a great guy. Yeah. And what's funny is like the Stolen Valor group that came after me, they will not come on the show. They will not come on his show, this guy's show. And I'm not going to say the name of the guy's show. Please don't put it in the channel. We are not going to promote him. He likes to show my content and put it up. And I can always tell when he does because I see my analytics and just all of a sudden, like I'll see 100 more views. He puts his stuff up and then his followers come to my channel to watch. So he can promote this channel all he wants. It's not going to bother me. But I'm not going to promote him. However, I will say, if you guys see someone using my content, let me know. I may or not have it request to have it taken down. I would appreciate people that do reach out to me, but I understand there are times where you can't. And when there's people who are clearly, if they're using it for clearly news purposes, like I'm normally okay with that. But if they're using it to try to attack me, attack you, followers, those type of things, yeah, no, that's never okay. And that's what these two douchebags are doing. They're just trying to. What's funny is they get very mad about the nonprofit. They get very mad that you guys buy the merch, give super chats, and all that stuff. And here's the thing: I always tell you guys, do not donate. I appreciate it. I would much rather you buy merch. So that way you get something back. I get something. I give money that I can help veterans with. The veterans get something, and you get something. We all win. And if there's any merch that you think I should be doing, I'm always up for suggestions. I like when YouTubers are adults. So many are just jerks anymore. Well, they're trying to generate views. And controversy will do that. That's why I had Bruce on. I had no problem bringing Bruce on. I knew it would be a discussion that people would enjoy and talk about. And I have no problem talking about the other side. And if I believe someone is going to be, fair, sure, of course you can come on without a question. And I thought Bruce was going to do that, but he didn't. So he's now banned from the channel. He wanted to harass me, and I gave him a platform. I thought I was being pretty nice. Pretty accommodating. Why are we only covering the child who can't speak? I wish people covered JH to prove unbiased. What do you want to talk about, Jeremy? I'm not going to get into his whole divorce. It's really it's none of our business, and there's a very low standard of proof in family court, and I'm not going to potentially defame either party, him or his ex. What's up, Kevin? I need your video. I'm doing great this morning, Joanna. Welcome. I'm going to do a video for all the international people on the board later on today. 53 viewers. Don't be shy. Say something. Absolutely. Well, actually, we got 58. Is that? Are they? Hold on here. Let me close out of the. Oh, yeah, we got 5 on X. Target. You going to Target? Gonna shop at Target? Watching from Fort Erie, Ontario. Ooh, very nice. You've been a much bigger person. I don't need to get into, on Facebook, I will straight up make fun of those guys. And here's the thing. They can use my Facebook comments. If they wanted to talk crap about me, there you go. I'm interacting with you on Facebook. If you were smart, use that. Like, I got people texting me. See, Astrid star. Astrid she's an adult film star. She's also a veteran, and interviewed her on the show, and she supports what we do here. And she's just a really nice person. Follow her on Twitter. If you don't want to see any nudity, though, don't follow her. She didn't. Obviously, she's an adult film star. She does have to promote that. That's what I enjoy about your stream. You get both sides of the story. You're informative. I really need to send the link to your channel to my father-in-law. If your father-in-law is a veteran, see if you'd like to come on the show. I love interviewing veterans. A lot of veterans don't want to talk about their stuff, though, and they should. They absolutely should. Their stories are important. Here's where all these people screw up. I've been following this story since I started following the whole the whole water situation since January of 2023, and the whole Lynette situation didn't really kick off until like there were April and May. Like April was the first time that she was shown on Jeremy's channel, and that was when she was on the news thing where they canceled the town hall meeting, and she ran to the news then. But then he sent her the cease and desist when she was posting, and I've been watching. I've been screenshotting. I can go back quite a ways on a lot of this stuff, so I know what's been happening with this. And John and Lynette, like, they've crossed so many different lines but people who hate Jeremy just want to focus on what Jeremy does. Look, Jeremy's not perfect. I don't think he would say he's perfect, but he's definitely been the bigger person in this whole thing. He's a veteran. He wrote a book. He was a POW in Vietnam. I would love to have him on. Just, whatever he wants to talk about or doesn't want to talk about, that's fine. We can record it, and if he doesn't like the recording, I don't have to put it out. But yeah, I think veterans should be telling their stories. Like this video on my page. Thanks for all you do. Here, let me look at your page. This is the benefit of me doing it like this. I can look up your pages and stuff. Okay. Is this your channel right here? Is that it? Because I'll have to switch my account so that I can follow. Let me do that right now. Target, all I see is a Trump rally. I wish I was still in contact with this guy, Bruce. He was a MACV SOG veteran. Good morning, Roy. Yeah, here's the thing. Post a link to your channel. Feel free to do that. And if you definitely send it to me, because I want to follow you guys too. I appreciate you guys following me, but I want to support you guys. And same thing, you guys have videos out there, like, you want to get more attention, be like, hey, Mike, put this in the playlist. Because if I can put other people's videos in the playlists, and that way when people come to Veteran Nation and they see these, I can do a whole playlist on, other veterans' content. And I would love to do stuff like that. This is Veteran Nation. It's not Mike Arthur's channel. It's Veteran Nation. It's link. Yep. All the people are all decent and hardworking. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have no problem with this guy, like, targeting me. Like, really, at the end of the day, he's not hurting me. Anyone, I've had my address posted. I've had pictures of my house posted, stuff like that. And here, I'm not scared. It doesn't intimidate me. I live in a castle doctrine state. What does that mean? It means my home is my castle. And anyone comes aboard my property, if I believe them to a threat, if I believe them to be a threat, I can take action. So I'm not worried. But this guy's saying by the CPS complaint that I swatted, like, CPS didn't even take my complaint. They said, if you guys watched that stream, like, they didn't even take the complaint. So I'm like, okay, first off, that's not swatting. Calling CPS is not swatting. CPS does not come in guns a-blazing. Swatting is when someone's doing like a live stream or doing a video, and you call the cops and say, "Oh, they got a gun, they're waving it around," those things, and the cops come in hot. That's nothing even close to what I did. One thing you can never do is scare a vet. Vets are a proud, honorable group of, yeah, and that's why I looked at that guy and I was like, I just started making fun of him right to his face, and You know, these guys, they can never stand being mocked. And that's one thing I will say about the military. Everyone in the military learns, like, there are people who won't do their job. There are people who are pain in the asses. Yeah, you can get mad. You can scream at them. You can make them do more push-ups, all that stuff. But really, I always found the most effective way as a non-commissioned officer to get someone to do their job was to just start making fun of them, and you know, use them as an example to everyone else. Like, don't be like this guy; he's a piece of crap. And then they get scared of being mocked more than anything else. Working on a cut down final nail video for Perry Point, Maryland VA Hospital. Foil edited final nail videos on my members only page. Oh, excellent! I gotta start a members only page here, but I gotta create members only content. I gotta figure out what that is. And if I do it, it's only gonna be like $2 a month. I'm not looking to get a lot of money from people. Our own counsels have sold out details, legal doxing, they would put it. I wish vets wouldn't have to pay taxes. You know, amen to that. We don't pay taxes on our VA disability, but there's other stuff we have to pay taxes on. And, you know, like, here's the thing. Like, all these people want so many things from the government, like reparations. It's like, why don't you just ask for a tax cut? You know, you can get ahead with that if you're smart. I wish vets got real health care, right? We need to dismantle the VA and change its mission. The VA is doing things that other agencies do, and that makes it inefficient. We have two people in our federal government doing the same job. The Department of Education should be running the GI Bill. It should, not the VA. Why is the VA doing that? We have the Department of Education. Hand it off. Stop trying to justify your existence. That's all this is. And when they try to justify their existence is when veterans, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. I've seen some of his videos. Is he? Oh, he's in the house. Oh, I've watched some of his videos. In fact, yep. Okay. Oh, that was you, San Joaquin. Okay, welcome. Actually, I believe it was San Joaquin. I watched a video where they were doing a COVID thing, and weren't letting people into the government building that we all pay for. I believe that was you. So I've watched some of your videos for a while. They're taxing everything they set their sights on. Well, yeah, they tried to. They definitely tried to. But yeah, like a lot of the stuff that people want, just ask for tax cuts. It's so easy to do tax cuts. But that shows you also how effed up our tax things is. I am not in favor of a flat tax. I know a lot of Republicans get mad at me about that, but I'm not in favor of it. I like the progressive tax. I think that's the right way to do things. But I don't think they always complicate the tax system and then they create these, like, oh, well, this person shouldn't have to pay this person shouldn't have to do this. When they do that, those become loopholes. They absolutely become loopholes. The number of people who really hate the fact that vets receive any type of benefits is astounding. If only they knew the crap. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there are people who are mad at me and like, you're living off the government. It's like, you do realize my body is permanently broken because of the government. Like, I'm not saying, like, the money I get, and I'm 100% disabled, which is base, I believe, $3,000 a month. I could live on that, but it's a meager existence. And that's why I get sad about people like Lloyd, who should be making way more than what he is. Lloyd is getting paid at 10%, and Lloyd should be paid at least 80%, just based upon what he said in that video. On the phone, having technical difficulties. I was talking to that umbrella guy about you, Kevin. That umbrella guy had me on a stream, and we've been talking about several cases, not just Jeremy Hales, but the Nick Rakita case. That one that's another one where a lot of the players are people that I've been following for a long time, so I know a lot of this stuff, and I mean, it's messy. So Nick Rakita, everyone knows that he had his home got raided because of accusations of cocaine, and that all came because Nick Rekieta and his wife were swinging with Aaron Amolte and his wife, I believe Amelt. Amelt, and so they're swapping wives and stuff like that. And then Aaron's wife leaves him and just pretty much starts becoming the third for Nick Rekieta and his wife. And so there's cocaine involved and kids involved. So the cops come and they arrest everyone. But now there's witness tampering because Ethan Ralph, another YouTuber who was friends with Nick Rekieta, posted Aaron's home and address and everything online. Aaron's been arrested because he had nudes of his wife that he sent to the comedian Gino Bisconti live on air. Gino Bisconti has been friends with all these people, him and also the comedian Chrissy Mayer. And I don't like Chrissy Mayer and her husband. They dox their own fans. These people are nuts, and they're the ones who introduced a lot of the cocaine to the Melts and Nick Rekieta. Because I mean, I've been watching Nick Rekieta since since the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and he was clearly not on any type of drugs, but it's just been watching this slow descent of these people. So this is going to be a very messy court case. I will be covering it. I can't watch that craziness. It's enough keeping up with them. That's, it's drama. It is drama. And again, I've been talking about Chrissy Mayer. She was at January 6th. Okay, this everyone needs to know. But she was at January 6th, all in the crowd and everything, but yet she's never been interviewed by the FBI. And her and her now husband, they've been doxing their own fans. They were on Compound Media. They were blocking Compound Media fans who pay for the content. These people, she is a straight. Her and Gino was the one who turned in Aaron Amell for the nudes. He doesn't even have the nudes anymore, but was like, oh yeah, he sent me a nude live on air of his wife. So now Aaron Amelt's been arrested for revenge porn. These people are just snitches. They introduce people, get them to where they're doing bad stuff, and then get them in trouble. Like go and try to get them arrested. And this is a pattern. They had the comedian Pat Dixon arrested. So this is what they do. They're just horrible people. And that's the comedian Chrissy Mayer and the other comedian Gino Bisconti. And it's really sad because Gino Bisconti, before he got into drugs, really funny comedian. He had a bright future, but now he's just an addict. And it's sad. It is so sad. And I can't support that, so I stopped watching them. Speaking about J6, does anyone else wonder why AOC is wondering why J is the only J6er or AEC is the only J6er that isn't in jail? Well, that and Ray Epps. That's the other one. Ray Epps. Yeah, there were FBI plants in the crowd snitching on people and encouraging people to break the law. Emma's girl, what a crazy situation is. I can't believe the child has not been removed. And that's why we're doing the Attorney General letter, which I will be doing. I've got people who've reached out. They want to do some more edits on it. No, I have not mailed. We're going to keep editing that. I don't like sending something until we get to the fourth draft at least, and we're on the second right now. I do have people who have reached out to me. They want editing rights. I've given it to them. They are editing. My father was retired Army and helped a VFW post in Alabama before he passed. Oh, that's awesome that he did that. Thank you for his service. Sorry for your loss. James Vine says help. Okay. I don't take requests here. You want the Beatles song? Love and hugs from the Netherlands. Oh, thank you so much. Closest I've been to there is Copenhagen. I was in their airport at Denmark, the Danes. I also did serve with the Danish army. They were really nice guys. Can't get SSI because the VA screwed up my health records, making sure that there were not inconsistencies by not maintaining accurate records. Yeah, that's going to be a fight, Eric. We're going to be fighting that for a couple years, so just be ready. But don't give up and don't die. Remember, I told you guys, don't give up, don't die. The VA will give you everything that you raised if you don't do those two things. Okay, we got some people in here. Everyone, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Give me your comments. I see we've got people on X and Facebook here. I appreciate your comments. I'm bouncing. I love you all. Promise to be more active after the wiretap. Yep. Angry Vet is another guy who, yeah, the government's doing these bad things to him, but he's turning it into a positive. He is an angry vet. So if you don't want to see someone yelling and cussing, he's probably not going to be the YouTuber for you. But if you want to follow a court case, like his case is crazy. Oh, good morning, the Lilborns. Good morning. There's some crazy stuff, and Angry Vet is going to eventually be, like, they're using a law they should not be using to go after him. A wiretapping law for holding your phone up, really? Like, that's not wiretapping. Stop it. But you get these corrupt governments in Maryland it's a shady government. Yeah, everyone at least say hi. I have to get up in a second here and get me some more coffee. This is starting to get cold. I've got college game day on. I love college football. I know some of you don't like the sports talk, but I will talk about college football though. I might do a separate. I got to figure out to see if I can do a separate channel or separate things. I might do some sports stuff or culture stuff. I was a big comic book reader when I was a kid. Like, for DC, I enjoyed Batman. For Marvel, I enjoyed the X-Men. I don't like modern day comic books. Me and my son, we were, I introduced, the ones I read, and he loved those. And then when we tried reading the modern ones, it's just, they're just gross. We got Jessica, in the chat. Oh, spilled a little bit, sorry. I think we're going to a car show in a few hours. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I eventually want to get a van for Veteran Nation. And I was talking to someone about how I can make that happen. Because I want to be able to take this show on the road. And if I have a van, I could either pull my RV if I want to, or I could just set up the van to where I can sleep in it and stream from it. So I might do some stuff like that. He calls himself the Angry Vet, but every time I tune in, he's doing something kind. That's veterans. We are a very rough and gruff bunch, but we believe in doing the right thing. And Kevin is absolutely that. In fact, Kevin is setting up a nonprofit right now, taking all the negative stuff that's happened to him, and he's turning it around, and he's trying to make it into a thing where people who go into the situations like what he's been through, he's trying to help them through that. So that's what good people do. So I totally support Kevin. He asked me for my what have I experienced with my 501c3, and I gave him here's what I know. Here's what's good, bad, and the ugly about it. And so he's doing some good stuff. It's nice Jeremy is doing storage unit stuff this week instead of drama. Yeah. Then wrap the RV. The problem with my RV is it's a big RV. It's a 40-footer, 4 slide outs. So it's a bear. It's a big one to pull. But I lived in it for 2 years. When I got out of the military, I did not know what I was going to do. So I was like, you know what? This is a cheap way to live. And I'm considering moving it either up to Big Bear, California, or to Lake Havasu. I've also had people tell me I should put it up at, across from Laughlin on the Arizona side. Putting it there. So then I've got like a weekend place. I might do something like that. might consider it. You got a busy day ahead. Yeah. I'm trying to think what real life calls. Enjoy the morning chats. See y'all later. I wish I had a bigger RV. Yeah, we'll get there, Eric. Once we start getting this, and you start getting some disability, because once you start getting help, then you've got family members who are veterans. We'll get them help, and this will be a cyclical thing. Big Bear is nice. In fact, one thing that I've considered for Veteran Nation, if I can find a corporate sponsor or someone who's willing to buy something for Veteran Nation, I was considering buying a place up at Big Bear that we can then allow veterans to have discounted vacations. Reach out to us. We can raffle off vacations and stuff to needy veterans, but pretty much just give veterans and military. Oh, they can go up there and stay up there, and have a cheap getaway. There's a lot of military in Southern California because we've got Barstow, 29 Palms, Vandenberg. What's the other fort up there? Right next to Barstow. We've got March Air Force Base. So there's all these places in Southern California. So Big Bear is a good place that if we can give them a discounted vacation, it would be good. But I gotta get corporate sponsors. I had some people. I want a small RV, give up the house, go down the road. Look at a teardrop trailer. That's a good way to start. A teardrop or a pop-up. They're normally pretty light, so it doesn't add too much gas to you. And you can also, like my car will pull a teardrop, and I don't have like the biggest car with a huge engine. I lived in Beaumont, moved to Oklahoma when hubby retired. I missed the mountains. Well, I'll tell you, I won't miss California when I leave. I'm looking at Arizona, Nevada, or Nevada. Edwards is one. There's another one up near. It's closer to Barstow though. I'm trying to think of the name. I keep thinking Eustis, but that's not it. So yeah, I would love to be able to do something like that. Same thing with. There's hotel rooms. Like you can buy a hotel room in Las Vegas, and if we've looked at that too, like the problem with a lot of this stuff is they want to finance it, and not everybody wants to give you the best terms for what would be essentially a vacation property. So that's why, like, if someone knows anyone who's at like a gas and oil company, those are normally very pro-veteran. And if I could find a corporate sponsor willing to work with me on stuff like that, we could do a lot of stuff to help veterans. Even though I've got these small YouTubers like, oh, you're ripping off veterans, I don't make any money. This costs me money doing this. I'm happy to do it though. I have a Subaru. It could only pull 3K pounds. Everything for camping in my Subaru, but just don't have the guts to make the move. Well, that's the teardrop trailers. Normally are like 1,000 pounds. So our pod trailers, pretty light, self-contained. Granted, everything is outdoors. Like you're only sleeping in it, but it's got an outdoor kitchen and stuff like that. For Irwin, there we go. That's the one, Jessica. You're out of here. Well, you have a good one, Jessica. I need to go get me some more coffee. From Kent, UK. We have Simon from Kent, UK. Well, welcome. I've told people, I've been to the UK. I stayed in Birmingham. I am looking to go back. But if I go back, what I want to do is I want to go up to Scotland. I'd love to go up to Scotland and, go around Scotland. Scotland is beautiful. I'm trying to look at when I'll be available. That's families and kids and all that stuff. That always gets in the way. I'm sorry, I'm got college game day, and sometimes it distracts me. It was caused by others lack of servicing or being paid exorbitant sum every month. It makes my blood fry. What is this one? Looking for the Wilburn's comments. Leaks in an RV. Oh, shower leak. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's. Sorry, I've got people with tweets. So my one buddy is he told me we're both on X, and we both have had issues with the app, and he finally was like, dude, delete the app and then log back in, and I did that, and now like he's right, everything is working really well for me now on X, and I did that last night, so we do have Jeremy Hales in court this week. I am expecting the injunction to be lifted, and this whole thing with the injunction, I'm expecting to start going away. Look at teardrops are pretty cool. The only thing that sucks about teardrops is no shower. So if you stay somewhere, make sure there gets shower facilities, which most places that are camping nowadays do. What are your comments about the ex-Brazil fiasco? It's pretty crazy. X is dedicated to becoming a free speech platform, and I have seen noticeable differences in X. It is becoming more free speech, and that's a good thing. Because when X was free, like when I joined X in 2010, and like with my first account, and you could say virtually whatever you wanted. It was actually really great and a lot of fun. And then they started deleting what people were saying. And I get if people are doing harassment, by all means, but they were like, if you didn't say something that someone didn't like and they got enough people to report you, you'd lose your account. And I lost 4 accounts that exact same way. But now, like, I got mass reported, what was that, a month ago? And it was a group that has mass reported some of my past stuff, which they're not bothering me. I'll just make a new account. But this time, yeah, in the middle of the night, they got the account suspended. But when I woke up, sent an email, boom, my account was back and was up and running, no problem. And I have to laugh because that was the Stolen Valor group that now, like, they're being offered platforms to go on to talk about me, and they're not taking it up because they know if they go on the record, they'll get hammered. They've done illegal stuff, and I just, again, when someone is digging their own hole, just let them keep digging. Just because you have them in one thing, you got to remember, when you go in front of a judge, anything can happen. So the more proof you have, the better. So that's why I've had a lot of people who are like, you should do this, like file stuff against Bruce. Why would I do that? I'm going to let Bruce keep digging his own hole until it's a hole he can't get out of. Just because I oh, it looks like we had some connection issues. So yeah, I told Bruce to stop contacting me. I blocked him on Facebook, and what did he do? He kept contacting me. That is actually harassment. I could go after him, but it wouldn't be anything. It'd be a slap on the wrist. Same thing if I made a bar complaint, it would be a slap on the wrist at this point. I'm gonna let him, and I already know he's working with these small YouTube accounts because stupid Dave was dumb enough to freaking say it live on stream that they are all working together. So guess what? I've got that clipped. So I'm going to let them keep doing what they're doing. They feel more emboldened when nothing happens to them. And then they go further and they go further. And once they really cross the line, then it's boom, I'm going to hammer them. And they didn't just do this, they did this, and this. So that way on those little things, they don't walk. I had fun watching you on Slug on Facebook. He's like, what he's just a douche, man. Like why are you gonna come at me? You were swatting people. I didn't swat anybody. I didn't swat anybody. I made a complaint that was not taken. Like, and he is so butthurt about that. But he's doing all this for views, and I can see right through it because people like him and Stupid Dave and the two leeches. They're all the same. They're trying to drum up controversy to get people to watch. And the thing is, yeah, people will watch, but eventually it gets boring. If your whole account is nothing but hate, no one's going to watch. You know, this channel has been steady growth. And a lot of it is because, you know, and I recognize it's because it's not about me. You know, I don't come on stream with the intent to get tons of views. I've said it before. If there's one person in here, I will try to give good content. I will try to help people. You know, so people walk away. And, you know, there are people who are like, yeah, I subscribe to you for this, but you're down talking about this. Okay, you can leave. I don't care. It's not going to bother me personally. When people unsubscribe, I'm not hurt by it. And see, they're trying to pay their bills. They are all trying to pay their bills. I'm not. Any money I get, I will give to veterans. So, you know, I'm just the guy going, okay, give me this dollar and I'm going to hand it this way. That's all I'm doing. You fight for rights and justice, honor time. Yeah, absolutely. Because I made my sacrifice and I don't want to see it for gone. Lynette called one deputy showing up swatting in the past. Oh yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's why the snail is like he's calling me a pedo because I made a CPS complaint. Like, dude, that doesn't even make sense. So, like, people are like, doesn't it bother you? No, that doesn't bother me. What it tells me is I'm bothering him. I'm bothering him, and that's fine. I live in his head. He's probably watching right now. You guys all realize he's probably in here watching right now. And what's funny is he's sitting back. Him and Stupid Dave are sitting back, seething. They hate the channel. Imagine the type of hate. You hate the channel because I tried to do something good for people. Really, they hate the channel because I'm taking Jeremy Hale's side. Well, like, there's only one side who's operated legally. Like, Jeremy's a bully. Okay, guess what? It's not illegal to be a bully. It can mean you're a piece of crap. But they are, like, they bully Jeremy more than he's ever bullied anybody. I mean, they put up signs that called him a molester and a rapist. That's bullying. Jeremy is a bully. Shut up. It's just people who I want the coin pusher and storage videos back. Well, you know what? How about you tell the neighbors to quit harassing him? It's not going to end, and I don't think, because certain podcasts will not stop harassing Jeremy. You put yourself out there on the tube. Those that tear down others. Oh yeah, they hate themselves. Jeremy the Deadbeat. That guy's mad because this channel has been more successful in way less time. Like, his channels will start in 2015. This one will start in 2021. I got control of this channel in early 2023. Or no, late 2022. That's how it was. And really started growing this channel. Before that, like, I couldn't even tell you who's watching the show. Juice is probably bad because he thought people would settle. Oh, yeah. And there's some links between Deuce and Shart. Like, oh, yeah. I don't have to investigate these people. Some of you guys do that and send me stuff, and it's hilarious because then I'm in the know, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see why this stuff is going. I see who's doing what. Mike invited DJ. Yeah, if DJ Radis wants to come on, I'll have him on. Yeah, we were mods together. Me and DJ Radis have been following this for well over a year. That's the thing. Like, a lot of these other people, like Tub, Megan Fox, DUI guy, they came in after things got crazy, like really crazy in the courts. Me and DJ Radis have been following this since, May of 2023. Release the trolls. Hey, you guys can do whatever. I'm not going to encourage you to troll. I'm not going to. I'll tell you this. I wouldn't give those people views. But if you do go and they are using my content, do me a favor and send me clips of it. If they're saying nasty things about me, send me clips of it. I don't send me a link. Do not send me a link to their video. I'm not going to click on it. I'm not going to watch it. They're not going to get one view out of me. Screen record, send it to me. Calling someone names is so childish. Grow up. Yeah. It's called proof. What was she saying? Check the facts and quit believing stuff just because Jeremy says so. Kathy, again, I've been watching this since the start. No one is believing stuff just because Jeremy said. Like, we've all seen what Lynette and John and those people are. They're drug addicts. They are addicts. If you want to help, you need to get Lynette a therapist and into rehab. If you really want to help this situation, if you want Jeremy to stop talking about it, that's what you need to do. Go focus on that, Kathy. We have you people won't listen. Lynette is not in any type of rehab. She needs rehab and she needs a therapist. She is not stopping. She's still posting. Are you insane? I just laugh at all the haters because all this for them is just about Jeremy hate. And I could care less. Like, I don't watch Jeremy Storage videos. I don't, I had people yesterday sending me things about Conky. Without Jeremy, I wouldn't know about Conky. I wouldn't know about Guapo. I'm not watching any of their stuff. I don't care about storage stuff. It is not what I watch for. If that's what you watch for, good on you. Good on you. It's just not. It's not me. Been to Otter Creek in court and to Thomas and LP. It's real. Yeah, there are people who think, "Oh, this is all fake." No, it's real stuff. It is absolutely real stuff. If you can't see the truth, I don't know what to tell. Lynette was putting up signs calling Jeremy a molester. Just stop. Just stop, Kathy. You're making yourself look like a fool. And so the mods, do not ban Kathy. Don't ban her from the thing. We need to see their craziness. They're just doing this because they don't like Jeremy. That's really what it all comes down to. Like, Kathy's been doing this for decades, unchecked. Yeah. Lynette is insane. She needs mental help. She's got her daughter said she's got a diagnosis of Munchausen by proxy, and I can absolutely see it. You can absolutely see it with that child. That's any 60-year-old woman that wants to have a child. That's a red flag right there. If they're not family. I can understand family, like a grandmother or an aunt. That I totally get. But to a kid that you're not related to, and then won't let the family around anymore because, they're addicts. They bring nothing but addicts onto their property. I prove it. Kathy, it's all being proven in court. It's all being proven in court. That's why Jeremy's the one who hasn't been able to have his day in court. They've never allowed him to present his side. It's been all Lynette. Jokeless to the left, drug clowns to the right. Here we are. Even Shart was concerned about the child and the dogs. Like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go get some more coffee. I'll be right back. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. So apparently when I switch to my thing on the iPad, maybe it can't handle the video. Maybe that's what it is. It takes up too much thing. Sounds like Star Z is Lynette. No, sound like... No, Star is not Lynette. No, Star... Like, all you had to do early on, and I still have all my screenshots of this, Lynette had so many Facebook groups that she was posting in. It was crazy. I got College Game Day on. Some of these people are getting ridiculous with these huge signs that have nothing to do with college football. They really need to like, I do know they won't let you in with signs. Like, I've got a friend of mine, my whole family is Ohio State fans. Well, one guy has an old Michigan mask of, it's a mask of a football player with the old helmet, and he puts it on a dummy's head, and he always puts a phallic device inside of its mouth, and he's been denied to go into College Game Day. But there's these people with a very huge sign that has nothing to do with college football there, and I mean, this thing is huge, and that should not be allowed. I wouldn't take my Veteran Nation stuff in there. Like, I might, if I have a sign, so that at least, I've got a college football sign and Veteran Nation, but I would never go in there with just Veteran Nation. That's, no. Apple sucks. So I only like Apple for the iPads and iPhones. Everything else I think is garbage. My brother loves everything Apple. I don't. It's like, no. But I don't like Android phones. And they're like, you just haven't had an Android phone. Oh, trust me. I've had Android phones. The government gave me Android phones. And they're not as easy to work with, I'll say. I know that Elon Musk has talked about a Tesla phone. Maybe that would be good. A Starlink phone would be amazing. If they could find some way of doing it. Google, their phone, like, I don't like their Chromebooks at all. I stick with normal laptops. In fact, I do have to, I've got a BIOS problem with my one, so I got to do a new boot test for my laptop. It's not a gaming laptop, though, so I don't do any streams or anything off of it. I could if I wanted to. Really, what I like being able to do is some editing with it, but it takes so much space. Is that? Oh yeah, they got Pat McAfee at game day, and a guy just kicked a field goal. So he's getting $25,000. Good on him. I'm so proud. World War II veteran's daughter. My father passed at the age of 96 7 years ago. Fought in Europe to allow all freedoms. Had 2 family members in camps. My mom died. My mom didn't die. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Watch the deposition of Lynette. Like, that's all you need to know right there as to what type of person she is. She will use every excuse. It's never her fault. Nothing is, just like anyone else with a narcissistic disorder. It's never her fault. Hey, what are you doing, pretty girl? You gonna spill my coffee? Yeah. That's Glory, my service dog. Switch to Linux Mint. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try it. No, she's not a stable person. Should not have a child. 23 codes of exonerate. No, they haven't exonerated her. There was a case plan in place. Like, the fact that she hasn't had the child taken away doesn't mean they didn't find anything. They have found stuff. I mean, same thing with the game warden. The game warden found stuff. They allowed her to correct it, but they did find stuff. My dad was in the British Army, so thanks to veterans everywhere. Thank you. Um, yeah, it's funny. She is not saying. I'm going to retweet this out. Everyone, make sure you're going to betternationfoundation.com and get some of our merchandise. We've got some good stuff up there. I'm making more. It's not live yet. I have to, you know, check all this stuff out. Here's the one that I was having a hard time showing the other day. So this is our one. It says probably whiskey on one side, and then it's got our black and white logo on the other side. And in this one, like, you can get the handle and the inside of the cup in colors. Like, here we go. That's what it looks like in teal. So that one wasn't showing up for me before. And then, of course, we have our new ones, which say, they say, shut up, boot. Something we Marines will absolutely always say to each other. Like, if a Marine texts me, and if I want to get their goat, I'll just respond, what do you want, boot? Name calling is so childish. Who's Deuce and Shark? So Deuce is the lawyer that I had on here, Bruce Matskin. People call him Deuce Foreskin. Shark is Shara Michelle. I can't remember her last name. Wolf. But they're doing that to protect their identity. I've got no problem saying it, but I understand. If you're not following this, yeah, it's going to be hard to follow. Why do you not leave Michelle alone and focus on something else? I mean, nobody's perfect. What if someone focused everything on you, leave the poor woman and her kid alone? Well, the kid is in a dangerous situation. So that's the first thing. The second thing is she doesn't leave other people alone. She has been harassing people for years. First it was the Rangers, then she shifted over to Jeremy. And she's the one who needs to stop, Jennifer. She is the one who went to Florida court. Like, Jeremy sent her a cease and desist, and she publicly posted she would not honor a cease and desist, said it had no legal basis. So she's the one causing this. When you ignore a cease and desist, that's what happens. That's what happens. My dad was a cool guy, protective of his family, honorable. I was lucky to have him so long. And I can tell that he raised you well, Star. Otter Creek had a code enforcement. It would be over fast. Yeah. No. Don't forget she harassed the town hall before. Yep. Yeah. Like, Jeremy and George they didn't want to have water stolen from them. That's how this all started. And there were people back then saying, Jeremy's such a liar, they're not stealing water. Oh, no, that's been proven. That was an illegal law. There was a lawsuit, and they settled. And Jeremy didn't have to pay for all those fees that they were charging him because they were illegal. They were illegal. And look at what Jeremy did. He started highlighting these problems. Now, and there were people who were like, no, Jeremy's causing these problems. Look at Russ and all this stuff. Russ is now gone. He's not on the council. His political sway is very much diminished. And now the town of Otter Creek has a very, very stable town council now. And that is making things so much better for the residents. Look, they're doing things to better the town now. That is why veterans are near and dear to my heart. Yeah. She's reaping what she sowed. Absolutely. I was screenshotting her stuff in June of 2023. She accused Jeremy of 15 CPS complaints then. And we now know that the Grangers made 2. We know that Jamster made at least 1. We know that every meth user that she's brought onto the property, everyone who lives on that property, when they leave, they make a CPS report. The only person I think that hasn't was her daughter, whose name is actually Michelle. Michelle, and that's how you know it's a lie. She's going by her middle name. No, she's called herself Michelle Senior. First off, women don't have junior and senior. First off, and secondly, she only did that when she moved to Otter Creek, and we have screenshots and proof of it. She's mad. She met her match. Yeah, Jeremy ignored it for a long time. That he did several months. Once they put up the signs, yep, that's when Jeremy took action. Lynette and Jeremy are both wrong in different ways. Look, you don't have to agree with everything Jeremy does the way he does it, but he's legally correct, and that's really what ultimately matters. Lynette wanted the attention. Oh, absolutely, she did. Shaw asked what if everyone focused on you? Isn't what they are doing by trying? Yeah, exactly. They're trying to get this channel shut down, and I've got the snail calling me a pedophile because I made a CPS complaint. Yeah, that they're focused on me too. So no, I'm not gonna stop. 39 aliases. Yeah, exactly. It's identity theft is what it is. It continued because the focus Jeremy put. No. Ernie, shut up. She has the injunction in Florida court. She's the one who said she would not honor a cease and desist. Jeremy has tried to stop this several times. She's still breaking the Ohio Protective Order. I'm 100% rated. I want to ask your thoughts about something. Can I contact you later? Absolutely, you can. VeteranNation@protonmail.com, or if you're on any of my social media, you can DM me. This dude is a moron. Oh, that's true, Rick. You get people who. Some people are new to this. Some people are abusers themselves. All the people that I notice have been, at least in the Facebook groups that we've been able to find information on, they all are either alcoholics, addicts, or abusers themselves. There's the one guy who came after me who his son is a serial killer out of Alaska, and he tried to hide evidence for his son. Let me pull up his name, because he was messaging me on Facebook. Hold on, I'll find it here in a second, and I'll show you. And this is another one of Lynette's supporters that people like Jennifer and what was his name, Ernie. Hold on, let me show you. This is the type of people supporting. Here. We're getting there. It's been a while since this guy came at me. Because I blocked him, and then he started. Here we go. Greg Bubba Wade. There we go. This guy is an absolute piece of crap, and he's a huge supporter of Lynette. And yeah, his son is in jail. He's a convicted serial killer. And Greg was tampering and hiding evidence so that his serial killer son in Alaska would get off. That's the type of people that are supporting Lynette and Michelle. Just one example. I don't agree with all Jeremy's actions either, but those signs, yeah. Jeremy doesn't do everything that I would do, but that's fine. I mean, if I wanted people to act like me, it'd be pretty boring. Well, actually, I'm pretty funny, so it'd be pretty funny. Jeremy's funny, I will say that. You folks need to do your research. Okay. Again, I just held up. That's the people supporting Lynette. A guy who tried to help a serial killer get off by tampering and hiding evidence. Veterans Affair, sippy on my coffee. What kind of coffee are you guys drinking? I always support Indies coffee. In fact, I'm getting low. I've got to order more from them. That's a better known coffee company. What coffee? I hate Starbucks coffee. You will not find me drinking Starbucks coffee. It is absolute trash. How about Cole Allen, registered sex offender? Yeah, yep, yeah. That guy, another supporter of Lynette, and that guy has a conviction for child pornography on his computer. That's someone that she would absolutely invite to her property if he was willing to help her clean it up. Why aren't you people going and cleaning up her property so she doesn't have to get drug addicts on the property? If you support her so much, take a trip. I'm probably with this new lawsuit and with what Bruce did, I'm probably going to get called as a witness, and I'm going to have to travel to Otter Creek in Levy County. I'll happily do it. 4 years watching this, I don't agree 100% with Jeremy, but the little girl's horrible. Woman needs mental help. Yeah, she needs a therapist and she needs rehab. She's already admits she abuses Xanax. Her and Crook both. She's posted that they're both pill addicts. She posted her her urinalysis that showed tested positive for drugs. I prefer Donut Shop. I do have Donut Shop. Okay. Walmart Folgers Instant. My health were able, I certainly would. Okay, well then shut up. You're not helping, Ernie. All you're doing, you're just coming in and lobbing things. Like, are you supporting the guy who's calling me a pedophile because I made a CPS complaint? Really? Supporting Snail? I drink Piggly Wiggly breakfast blend. And you know, if I could get some of that out here, I would try it. I'm out here in California though. We have Ralph's, and I don't have a Ralph's near me. I've got Stater Brothers. Their stuff's okay. I've been shopping at the exchange or the commissary on base, so I haven't even been getting Stater Brothers. Xanax, they're proven to be a medication that causes Alzheimer's. Yep. Love me some Dutch, AVA, otherwise. Yep. I hear Dutch Brothers is great. Next time I'm in Vegas, I need to get Dutch Brothers. I don't name call, didn't put up with anyone else doing it. That's all Lynette does, dude. That's all she does. Every 911 call that Jeremy puts up, like every police report, okay? And I've gotten some of those police reports. Like, that's all she does. There's a CPO. She needs to shut up. She needs to stop calling the cops on him. If she wants it to go away, she needs to go away. She needs to go away. But see, this is the problem with narcissists. She wants to hold everybody to a standard that she herself does not want to be held to. Whatever is cheaper for us. Jeremy's gotten attacked. I mean, that's why Amanda Martin had to step down. Like, that is 100% why she had to step down. You can't send your child to attack someone because you don't like them. Oh, I got people reposting this. Thank you so much for those of you on Twitter. Also, if you're on Facebook and you want to share this to any groups, I don't care. The haters will find it, and I don't care. As you can see, I'll let them in here. I was willing to have Bruce on. Not anymore because he harassed me. I don't want Bruce ever contacting me, and I made that clear to him. Don't ever contact me again. What kind of a lawyer? And then he still contacted me. He sent me the letter about Willis and the RV. What do I care? What do I care about that? Why are you sending it to me? It's because he wants people to talk about it. Him and Lynette, they say they don't want people talking about it. No, they don't want people talking bad about it. Well, guess what? That's not how this works. You want people to talk about it, you get the good, bad, and the ugly. Can't argue with Stick. I don't hate that's the problem. Well, Lynette does, and you're supporting her. That's the thing. Do you remember Gladys Kravitz? The haters are my name. Gladys. Yeah, right? What was it? Abner! People are like, how do you get all these old references? Me and my mom love watching all those old movies, listening to all that old music, those old TV shows. The only thing my mom, she loves the Waltons. So, like, when they were here, they constantly had the Waltons on. And I'm like, posting this stream link on my community page. Oh, thank you, DJ Radis. Watching from New Zealand. I can't do your guys' accent. Well, there is a young girl at my local IHOP, though. She's from New Zealand. She's one of the wait staff there. And she is so much fun. I love you guys. You guys are so much fun. New Zealanders and Aussies always have such great sense of humor. Sent Tug a letter to remove her image. Then a second letter with airport pictures begging. Yeah, absolutely. You can't deal with that. Like, there's no consistency. Create the whole mess. Yeah. Yep, they are creating the whole mess. Because of addiction and mental illness. That's where they DJ Redis people want. Don't know if you're interested, but if you are, I can send you a link. If you are. USC LSU is going to be tomorrow. I wish I were in Vegas. I would go to that game. A good friend of mine is a big LSU fan, and my family, we're all Ohio State fans, and when LSU and Ohio State played each other for the national championship, and then was the playoffs we met for, like, me and him, like, we could be like, yeah, today we're not friends, and we'll talk smack back and forth, but once the game's over, win or lose, we could be like, okay, we can go back to laughing and talking about college football. That's what I love about most people in college football, when you can be like that. First thing the picks were taken when they got to Florida, not when they left. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I know they're trying to say, oh no, you can actually tell. There's a couple things, people who picked apart those pictures. There are ways you can tell. JH had an event on a meal. Yep, half a meal, time to grill. Lynette asked JH if she could take a turtle. He said yes, and then she wanted donations, and he said no. And that's why she's mad. Yeah, that's where it started all this. And that shows you the type of person she is. She gets told no, and then starts posting about people negatively on Facebook. Everybody in Otter Creek loves her. And what you're saying is, no, the drug addicts will tolerate her and see what they can get from her. But that's what drug addicts do. But everyone else is like I've got screen messages where she was talking about the Hudsons. Then she said, the Hudsons don't hate me. I'm friends with the Hudsons. And then we see where they tried to get the Hudsons in trouble. So, yeah. Jeremy has brought a lot of lawsuits and hasn't won any. Oh. What are you talking about? Are you talking about this case? He has won. He's got a CPO. He's got a contempt of court. And he just won an appeal. So I don't know what you're talking about, Rick. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, how often do you travel to Otter Creek? I don't. I'm in California. But I may have to be a witness because of Bruce. And here's the thing, I will gladly travel to Otter Creek and be a witness. In fact, if people do research, shut up, Rick. I've been watching this story I've been screenshotting it since June of 2023. I have Lynette acting crazy. Shut up. She is nuts. She did all the same crap to Madam Mayor and her husband. Yeah, that's who she attacked first. She attacked the Grangers. I have screenshots of that, of her accusing the Grangers of calling CPS. Then I have screenshots of her saying that Jeremy was calling. It's all on YouTube. No, Rick, she was all over Facebook a year ago. She was all... we have the screenshots. Don't tell us, do your research. Shut up. Me, DJ Radis, Max Lab, we have been all over this for a long time. A long time. The only one of the haters that I'll say who's really been watching this is Stupid Dave. Stupid Dave tried to get into my groups, and I told him, no, look, I'm not feeding into what you're doing. Yeah, she attacked Russ the Sus and Laura Mott. Yep, she attacked them. Just wondering if DJ Radis has been served yet. And Jeremy's not on Facebook. No, but Lynette and John are, Rick. I have screenshots of John harassing females. Threatening females. Okay? Stop. These people are addicts. They're addicts, and they have mental health issues. And we can show all this. I've been watching since the beginning. You would know better. I was one of the first people that informed Jeremy about what Lynette was doing. See? Send me the link. Jeremy has attacked all the people. Shut up, Rick. Jeremy got attacked. He got physically attacked, and John pulled a gun on Jeremy. Okay? We have that video. And then John pulled a gun on other people, and that's why he's in jail. That, and also inappropriately touching an 18-year-old girl. Stop. You're making a fool of yourself. And this is why I tell the mods, don't block the haters. The solution to free speech is more free speech. Question of if all the ones in the suit haven't been served, how can the lawsuit proceed in court? It can't. They have to show service. And it can't. That's what Grudge Judge did wrong. He held an ex parte hearing. Should not have been allowed. You're being made fool of? By some guy calling me a pedo online? Is that where I'm being made a fool of? You notice how everybody in here, we're talking actual facts and instances, and you just Jeremy lost every court case, every lawsuit. I just gave you examples. He's got a CPO. He's got one conviction against Lynette and John for contempt of court. There's another one coming, and he won an appeal. So that's not drinking the Kool-Aid. That is actual court stuff. Actual court stuff that you can look up. You tell us, what court case did he lose? You tell me. I talk about the injunction. He wasn't even given a chance. We have the records on that. He wasn't given a chance to make his case. But over nothing that he did, over a judge that the appeals court said, yes, this guy is biased. There's other cases. What are you talking about, Marilyn Raby? He dropped that case. Who cares? Who cares about other cases? We're talking about this one, Rick. Rick started as Linus asked JH. She wanted to make money off of Jeremy and got mad when he wouldn't let her. Lawsuit is dead in the water as Florida courts have no jurisdiction over non-residents. We'll see. That when you go to court, anything can happen. We saw that with Judge Grudge. But we saw, like the whole thing with Kevin, the angry vet. He's being persecuted. He will eventually, he'll get it in front of a court that says, this is ridiculous, and they're going to throw it out. But it cost him thousands upon thousands of dollars. But thank God, Kevin is a good dude and is willing to fight. Thank God, Jeremy's willing to fight. What court case did he win? What court case did Jeremy win? Well, he got a CPO in Ohio. He got a contempt of court in Ohio, and he's about to get a second contempt of court against Lynette and John in Ohio, and he won an appeals case and proved that the judge was biased. There you go. Those are the wins. Now you show me what ones he did. Can you prove Michelle wanted to make money off Jeremy? Yes, there are screenshots of her texts. Jeremy is making money off her, but that's okay. Okay, he's a YouTuber. She started a fight with a YouTuber. Jeremy's making money off her. She could just go away. She could have followed the cease and assist. She didn't want to. We have screenshots of her saying, I'm not going to follow a cease and assist. She caused this. She could have just walked away. She could have stopped mentioning Jeremy in all her Facebook posts. But she went on for another 6 months. She's still making posts. She needs to shut up. She's causing all this. How many more videos of her calling the sheriff do we need to show? Her name isn't Michelle. She's illegally using... Yeah. She's not Michelle Sr. He can't stop harassing. No, she can't stop harassing. She's a drug addict. She abuses Xanax, and she has a mental health issue. What you need to be doing is getting her a therapist and into rehab. That's what you need to do, Rick. There you go. She went up against a YouTuber. Yeah, that's stupid. Why would you go up against someone? Why would you pick a fight against someone with a bigger audience? I've got people coming after me with slightly bigger audiences. I didn't pick the fight. They brought it to me. JC did the insane. Who's following who and taking pictures? She's taking pictures of him. He's not following her. You need to stop. But she does all this shit in public. Bruce Lynette and Haters Jr. is losing good friends. I don't think he's losing friends. I don't think he is. We can use George's first name. George has been going by her middle name for years. We have proof that Lynette was going as Lacey. We have proof that she was going as Alexis. She's admitted it in court. She is not Michelle Sr. Stop it. There is no such thing as Senior. George has always gone by George. These supporters for Lynette are only making things worse. Yeah, they absolutely are. She's on her property taking pictures. No, we have video. John followed Jeremy and threatened him with a gun. We have that video. They followed him. He even sat on Jeremy's property and said, "We're going to sit and wait for him to come back." We have that video. You need to do your research. Yeah, we've done our research. Lynette posted all this crap for us. George's still her legal name. She's been going by George for years. I remember I found Jeremy in 2021, 2022, around there, way before any of this kicked off, right when they bought the property. I do remember when they talked about buying the property. Why are you arguing with someone that clearly eats Tide Pods? Yeah. Well, because the way to combat free speech is with more free speech. There's no proof John was on his property. Yes, there is proof. You can see that the tires are on Jeremy's property in the video. Stop trying to... And now, so you saw the video, so you admit that John followed Jeremy. There you go. You've seen it, Rick. You're just being a jerk. We're done here. Yeah. There's video you can see in the rear view mirror. He's on the berm, but he's on Jeremy's property. And he even said, we're going to follow him. He then said, we're going to wait here. Yeah, we all know. Shark edited the video to try to take that stuff out, but Lynette was dumb enough to post the full fucking thing. Spawn Trooper. I love you, man. They're trolls. Some of them are just stupid. DJ Redis, I do see your DM. John even states that we're going to see what Jeremy and the mayor are up to. Yeah, they're following. It's harassment. That is harassment. And John is a drunk. She's put that out in the world that he is a drunk. What about the video with Jeremy is throwing it home? Stop. We already saw where John was doing that. And it's the same video where John pulls out the gun. Stop. Jeremy is just meeting the energy that they brought. Shark is living in a different world. She's crazy. Wonder what the trolls will say when Lynette is jailed for... it's coming. They're going to be... They keep breaking the civil protection order. Yeah, it's coming. I'm going to go get more thing, but I'm not going to put up the thing because I don't want to screw up the video. So, sadly, you guys might be able to see the dog if she jumps in. Be right back. There we go. You're silly. Whatever, dude. That's why she keeps losing in court. What wins does she have in court? She was found guilty of contempt. John was found guilty of contempt. It's one of the things discussing the facts is many people are getting put in the confused section, facts and truth. had Lynette respected the C and D. Yeah, all she had to do was, if she didn't want to follow the cease and desist. Okay, folks, here's some legal advice for you. Well, I'm not a lawyer, so it's not real legal advice, but friendly advice. If someone sends you a cease and desist order and you don't agree with it, you need to give it to your attorney and have them respond. That's because Jeremy wants to put his member in Jeremy. Yeah, that's been going on. Yeah. John said he had pictures of George with his member in her mouth. Like, John is a disgusting human being. And we've seen, me, DJ Radis, we have screenshots of John threatening women. What about free speech? It's not free speech to pull out a gun and point it at someone, Rick. That's not free speech. It's not free speech to follow someone and say that you're following them with the intent to threaten them. And that's exactly what John did. So stop it, Rick. The new judge should throw out line. I'm expecting that to happen. Yeah. Judges, especially when their peers have been slapped down by an appeals court, judges don't. That's why I know Megan and Tug didn't think that Judge Grudge would recuse. I thought he would, because judges don't like being embarrassed by the appeals court, and it is embarrassing. It's them saying you didn't do your job well. It's not free speech to threaten people. Yeah, you can't make direct threats to people. You're entitled to free speech, yeah, as long as it's truth and not defaming. But yeah, judges get embarrassed when they are overturned. So I knew Judge Grudge. I was like, yeah, he's not gonna want to go through that again, because he'll be a laughing stock. Sorry, I wasn't trying to. What is it? Weird stuff is happening with Restream today. You can't threaten people. Direct threats. There's a lot of things that people are like, oh, that's a threat. Like, you could say, hey, don't do this, or I suggest you not do this. That's not a direct threat. A direct threat is like, get him, or we're going to follow them, and I'm going to kick his ass. And those were the things that John was saying. So, yeah, John is absolutely in the wrong. He's a disgusting person. Hate speech is free speech. Yeah, there are people who think that hate speech is not free speech. It absolutely is. You can, as bad as it is, you can say bad things about the Jews. You can say bad things. That was why the Nazis went to Skokie and a Jewish lawyer defended them. Because hate speech is actually protected. Sad, but it is. Not as small as what's in here. Whatever, Rick. There's a reason why Lynette has already been found guilty several different times. John was making direct threats to cause harm. Yep. Amanda Martin was fired. I'm sure just like Jeremy, I'm sure she was told, look, we're going to give you the opportunity to resign or be removed with cause. And, okay, yeah, I'll resign. There's a reason why that. This is the whole thing. Remember, I did a letter about Amanda Martin. We are working and we are ending the corruption in Levy County. Parody, satire, songs, and videos are protected from defamation by U.S. Supreme Court. Absolutely. Yep. Let me be devil's advocate. Avid watcher, right now you were just talking about the big lines just to get views. You are not bringing news. It's a court case, so it is news. Court cases are news. Do some. And you know, to like the haters who are coming after me, you know, they're linking up with the Stolen Valor group that already tried to come after me, and they did not like I got one fired. There was a cop in that Stolen Valor group. Oh, I got him fired. This is a good story. So there was this cop down in Texas working with the Stolen Valor group, and their website, Valkyries of Honor, got taken down. And I'm the one that got it taken down. I'm not the one that got the cop fired, but there were other people that this Stolen Valor group was harassing, and we started working together. And one of them had talked to the chief of police, because we knew this guy was a cop. We suspected he was accessing people's information because there were things that only, you could only find out that, things that like really wouldn't show up in a background check, right? So this guy who I don't want to say where he worked, but he was pretty prestigious, I'll say. Like if you took a call from where he worked, you would take the call. You would be like, okay, I'm going to listen to this guy's call. And he talked to the chief. He provided the chief all his credentials and said, you have this this police officer who's a probationary police officer still. That's the other thing. And he's using his job to access all these things on actual veterans that they were accusing of stolen valor. But when they would find out they're stolen valor, they still wanted to harass these people. So then they were pulling up all their like police records and stuff, and taking stuff for that police record and then doxing and posting it online. Now, these are the people that Snail is currently talking with, right? So that's what they were doing. So this gentleman who I was working with is talking with the police chief in Texas, and they came up with a plan. And the plan was that we came up with a name and a place where this fictional person lived, okay? And we were going to have someone say, oh, so-and-so is this person, this fictional person, name and where they live. And we told, working with the police chief, they came up with, so if that name and this place gets searched by this officer, that's the guy who is anonymously on Twitter, using his position illegally. So that's how that went down. And we planned where someone was going to jump in and say this name, and they did. And sure enough, a day later, the next time that officer's on duty, that fictional name and that city that the fictional name was tied to gets searched. So automatically the police chief knew, yeah, this guy's been lying. Because the guy said, oh, that's not me in that fake account on Twitter. That's not me. I'm not working with these stolen valor guys. But we knew, okay, the chief knew that's all bullshit and just immediately fired him. Immediately. So, and I say that just to kind of show. And there was another guy who, I didn't get him fired, but he got retired. He was a U.S. Marshal who was making videos and putting them onto Twitter. Again, he was one of the stolen valor investigators. We couldn't prove that he was looking in on people, but he was doing these videos and whatnot to try to get a reaction of people, to get people to cross the line. And I was one of the people that he did videos on. And I've got all these people, and some of them are in here. They want me to do some stuff against Bruce. They want me to do stuff against Snail and Stupid Dave and the Leeches. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let them keep digging their own hole, because I've been through this before. This U.S. Marshal was making all these videos. Well, guess what? We also found other stuff on this guy, like other posts that he had made where we were able to connect the dots and show this is, like he was doing it from his living room. So, we were able to show, look, this is absolutely this guy. This is absolutely this stuff. Well, when you're law enforcement, if you're harassing people online, that can be used against you in a court of law. So we found out this stuff. We started looking at some cases that he was involved in, and then we started talking to the attorneys who were involved in those cases. And we provided them the proof. And what we did was I went to his supervisors, I went to their inspector general, and I said, this guy is doing this. And I made an official complaint. I'm a Marine, been in government work for a damn good chunk of my life, I believe over half of my life at this point. And, I made an IG communication was started. And we then took that investigation and sent it, who is then able to get that guy disqualified as a witness. Now, you got to understand, when you're a law enforcement and you're doing reports on people and you're entering in evidence, you have to sign for that. Well, guess what? When it's somebody who's being investigated for wrongdoing or has been found to be wrongdoing, there's a thing out there called the Brady list for law enforcement. It means they can't testify. They can't be the ones to sign for that stuff. They get pretty much relegated to a desk job. And that's what we were able to show with this U.S. Marshal. And pretty much he retired. He wasn't fired. He was already had earned a pension, and he retired. So Snail and Rachel Kent both had. I already know that they're both in communication, and they posted proof of it that they're in communication with that group. That group, they don't have a website anymore. They work with other stolen valor investigators. I will say those other stolen valor investigators do not harass people, so I'm fine with what they do. But the fact that they're in concert, and the fact that I can prove that those people did illegal stuff, okay? I'm just waiting. Like, go ahead, talk to them. Talk to them all day long. If you're going to talk to someone who's doing illegal stuff, guess what? You're going to get dragged into their stuff with them. And when I can already prove it against them, it's not going to be hard to prove that you're doing stuff illegally. So, Snail and Stupid Dave, keep on going on the way you are. I'm not gonna try to shut them up. I know a lot of you guys want me to shut them up. I'm not gonna do it. They're digging themselves a hole. I'm gonna let them keep digging until it's too late and they can't get out. That's how I do this stuff. And this is not my first rodeo. Yeah, I'm all about veterans and anti-corruption. You betcha. And yeah, coming after me is not going to deter me. If you haven't figured that out from my Facebook posts, like, I'm just going to make fun of you. Brady list needs to be a national list and mandatory. Absolutely. The odd thing is Bruce isn't listed on any court case. Here, let me tell you some things about Bruce. Bruce, he worked for another. There are court cases that Bruce was involved in. We already know that. Let's debate right now. You want on? Spawn Trooper? I'll bring you on. I know you don't normally want on. I can send you an invite. But, okay, hold on. Spawn Trooper wants on. So let me get a code here. Copy. So there's that. Okay. Stream. Okay, there we go. Tell me the rules, where the exits, and how much it costs for. So hold on. I'll get. See, I'm not afraid to have people on. I'll happily talk to people. Spawn Trooper, I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to DM it to you. There you are. Boom, boom. There you go. And if you don't want to come on camera, that's fine. I have popcorn. That's the best way to handle it. Gray rock them also. Yeah. Oh, I do know the gray rock strategy. That's what Jeremy was trying. He was trying the gray rock strategy, but she was intent on just harassing him. In fact, the Grangers did the gray rock strategy too. Hasn't stopped Lynette from messing with them. Mike, if I join, but I don't want my face or video out there. Yeah, you can, if you want. You don't have to turn the video on. It will give you the option to just type in a name, and it puts the initials up there. And I believe I can put an avatar. I believe I can. She is special. But yeah, I've got, trust me, like, someone calling me a pedophile online is not going to mess with me one bit. Okay, welcome, Spawn Trooper, to the show.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hey there, Spawn Trooper.
Hey, dude, how you doing? Do I need to turn you down, or what do I need to do?
I cannot hear you. I don't know. Hold on here. It
Okay.
might be, where is my volume? It might be by volume. Hold on. Hold on. This stupid iPad's stuck.
Right, can you hear me now?
Where is? Okay. Here, let me turn this off.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Here, let me turn this off.
Hello. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Oh, there I am. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Veteran Nation. Oh, there I am. Gentlemen, welcome to Veteran Nation. Yeah, I think I need to sit a little bit further away from the microphone because I think I'm very loud. Can I just have a... Wait, why can I hear myself? Oh, no. Okay. Hey, Mike, I've taken over your show. Yes. Right. Okay. Ready to party? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Now, for the first time, I can say hello to a Veterans Affair Media. How you doing? Eric, hugs. Max, get a job. No, I'm only joking. Hi. And to everybody else, hello. Just wait for Mike to come back. While Mike is away, I'll take the reins. And listen, and I'm saying this from the heart. Everyone has got an opinion, just like everyone's got a backside, right? It just depends what happens with that backside. But facts and truth speak way, way more than they do about making things up, making hearsay, right? I've listened to everything that's going on. Oh shit, the Wilburn. You all right? Hello. Oh, I'm hugging my mic right now. Sorry, my bad. Right. Right, how are we doing this, Mike? I cannot hear you now. I cannot hear you now. No, still can't hear you. This is what happens when you hit things with a hammer. No, still can't hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, intermission. While you're waiting for the show to continue, please take a look to your left and right. Ensure that seatbelts and exits are sealed. Your tray is in an upright position, and that you're ready to have fun.
There we go.
There you go. There you go. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad. I had to switch out my iPad for my phone, so now I'm going to put the phone up so then you guys get a better shot of me, which I'm sure you all really want. You want to see my lovely face?
No, not really, but I'm sorry. Wait, whoops, that came out way too quick.
There we go.
Yeah. Anyway, right. I obviously I was away, and I came in at the tail end of all this, where you were talking about, for the record, legally, Lynette Michelle Preston. May I point out, because she has a daughter also known as Michelle Preston, and that's why when you see the name Michelle Preston Senior, that's the only difference between those two names. So legally, on her driver's license, she is named as Lynette Michelle Lacey or Larcy Preston. Okay, so let's just debunk that one. God, I hate that word. Anyway, let's just throw that one out of the court. Your Honor, objection sustained. Right, second point. Okay, yes, a lot of people may not like Jeremy. A lot of people may not like Lynette. Okay, all right, I'm a type of person. I'm unbiased. Both people will get the same kick in the head. That's methodologically speaking, right? If I can remember correctly, I started watching Jeremy when he was doing the coin pushing and also storage. It was only when he moved to Florida or bought that property in Florida, the first video about that thing, I didn't really, it was all about the 2-inch pipe. That every time I hear it, it's actually 2-inch. Come on, mate, give yourself some credit. It cut 2-inch, Jesus. And obviously about the I mean, I'm not American. I don't live over there. I don't know your policies. I don't know your laws. I don't know the insides and outsides of unincorporated, villages and stuff. But I do know that in Oregon there is a village called Idiotsville. It is a ghost town. So, but anyway, we digress. If I can remember correctly, Jeremy, as a neighbor, did try to help in regards of like different things, moving the tree and all that. And then it suddenly went all quiet, and he was going on about his water bills and stuff like that, which did, I mean, even when he showed it, didn't make any sense because they were so high in such a small period. But I was making a mistake that they were expecting him to pay a couple of $100, but it turns out that it was only $30 or $50 or so. I was like, I'm an idiot. And that's when it all started. It started spiraling from there. Okay, so I then followed what was going on, and I noticed that there was a definite disconnect between what was going on in the town and what was going on as neighbor. So there was definitely a disconnect. However, Her Royal Highness Lysette decided to intermingle both of those situations, and then obviously, who I'm not going to name here because they don't deserve any credit. They don't deserve anything except anyway. And then basically everything started going out of control there. And if I can remember correctly, there was one video where What the Hell's actually stated that they have sent a deep cease and desist letter.
Yes,
and obviously that was used as toilet paper or a towel or sunscreen. I don't know.
She straight up posted, I got a cease and desist letter. I don't have to legally file this. And that's true. You don't have to, but there can be legal consequences for that.
Yeah. Space cadets. Yes. I mean, that reminds me, Eric, thank you very much for reminding me, Space Cadets, because half of this, everything that's going on right now, and I'm going to, can I just make a personal statement from my personal opinion and observations? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. Everything that's been happening over the last year and a half, 2 years, and everything else about this whole situation has escalated to a point where people's lives have been threatened, are in danger. Okay, weapons, and like anyone who has served in the armed forces, regardless if it was cadets, you were Jesus, whatever uniform you wore. When you look at a picture, we are trained to see weapons. We are institutionalized to see a weapon on a person. That's why 99% of the time when there's a shooting, right, the victim doesn't get shot doesn't get a slug in the head. Multiple times a weapon has been drawn. A weapon was mentioned from death. Okay. And all this is going on, and everyone seems to forget. And kudos to what the hells, he didn't mention the name. I don't know if he's recently done it or not, but never mentioned the name. But everything that's been going on, one thing has been forgotten. One thing has been put to one side, like if it was like a bag. Okay, and that is that young lady, that young girl, that 4.5, 5-year-old girl. Okay, she's living in squalor. We've seen the evidence. Oh, that video, they took video of that. No, that they were taking that video to protect themselves while they were removing the property of someone else who didn't want that to be on there. Okay. A police officer even stepped in. I mean, how much evidence do you need to actually come to the determination that a child is in a very, very volatile situation? I mean, look, there's no angels in this, and there's also no devils, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has to take blame, but that child is innocent in all this. That's my personal statement. Anyway, let's go on.
Yeah, I do want to. Max Lab did make a good point. Good point. Jeremy got his CPO in Ohio before Lynette ever got anything. That is 100% true.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
She continues to violate it even to this day. The interview she gave on 2 Leeches absolutely is a violation of the CPO. She is not allowed to talk. She is not allowed to communicate to Jeremy. So yeah, that she is still violating it today. All these people who are like, Jeremy's a bully. She needs to stop. She had a CPO. She needs to stop.
Anyone with a common sense in that situation, like say if me and you fell out, right? And obviously with us, it would be a different ballgame because we would be going for like little scratches, bit of blood there, bit of blood here, and all that, just a little bit of fun. But if I had a CPO or what you call it over there, if I had that against me and it said, I can't, approach you, I can't be within the vicinity of you, I can't say anything, I would do what Jeremy's doing right now. He's got a an illegal temporary injunction on him. He's gone to. He's basically what how he's dealt with that. He's got on a plane and fucked off back. Sorry, pardon me. I do apologize for my language. He's gone back to Ohio to avoid any possible contact because obviously So common sense prevails. I mean, how much evidence do you need? Look, I'm not sucking him off. I'm not like up his ass or anything. Right, both sides are wrong, both sides are right. However, one side has got way more evidence than And you mentioned the two Womans smokers people. What I've read, one thing I actually heard some of that because I was quite interested to actually hear what Lynette Preston had. Lynette. I'm just going to call her Lynette for now. What she had to say, and I was disappointed. 1, it wasn't a complete interview. 2, it was edited. 3, that absolute clown who calls himself a lawyer, allegedly, was leading her in some of the questions. Now, if you said to me, right, Spawn, I want you to answer these questions, I'll go, okay, then I'm recording you. Okay, bit weird, but okay. Right, I'm going to ask you questions. Okay. And then I want you to answer them. And I would then, like I'm doing right now, what we're doing right now is having that conversation. So she's had that interview. Why couldn't she do the deposition? If she can go and do this interview, okay, if she can do this interview and answer all these questions, why the frick was she not able to sit in a deposition, get a deposition out of the way, 2-3 hours and move on? But she couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But here, she's singing like a mine bird. Actually, that fits that actual picture. I just realized 2 miners. And then, sorry. Go on.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's I don't think she has the greatest legal team because as a lawyer, he should have been the one doing most of the answering of the questions. And there were a couple times where he should have absolutely stepped in and said, "We're not going to be," or where he should have answered for her. Instead, he
Absolutely, yeah.
allowed her to say things that were absolutely a violation of the CPO. Now, I've
Not
had
just
people
that.
who are like, they want me to make bar complaints. Here's the thing. They should like anybody can make a bar complaint. I'm not doing it. If you want to make a bar complaint, that's what I would probably say is, oh, he allowed his client to incriminate herself on an interview. Like it's bad.
Yeah, I have noticed though. I mean, I don't go and go to these other YouTubers because obviously, I'm a type of person. I prefer the truth. I look at what I'm looking at. Like you, when I first met you, I was a bit dubious, and then I watched, and then I saw that you was as genuine as they come, and like you're doing something good for veterans in the States, and I applaud you for that. And I'm not kissing your ass. I'm just saying that because that's the way I am.
Mhm.
And I mean, like anyone with any fucking pardon my French, anyone with fucking common sense who can sit down and they can look at this and make common sense out of everything that's going on. One thing I've noticed ever since that Bruce, ever since he has appeared, to me it looks like there has been a unadulterated hate campaign going on.
Yeah. I just got to point out, Jen Thunder says, I'm not bad looking for an older man. I will absolutely take that as a compliment.
hey, I don't know if he's ex-forces, but one thing I got to say to you, Evie holds a goal when the light's off. Mwah. Sorry. Yeah, but the biggest issue is, I don't know if I heard this right. I mean, like, if you see something in a video, right, and I've heard and seen people richly cry after they watched that video with Lloyd, and now they're trying to drag him through the dirt. And that video, just that video, I'm going to comment, if I may, on that video, my own personal opinion and what I saw. I've been to countries in my career and in my life, right, where it was cleaner. I have been top cover on a vehicle going through Basra. Okay, that there were parts of Basra that were cleaner than I saw there. And I've seen the videos where she's saying, oh, snakes and nails and glass and everything else. You would think to keep your property clean. Look, I'm not going to judge people on their lifestyles and that, because that's not my place, right? I'm not going to judge them, but I am going to judge them on the safety of not just a child, but themselves as well. And people are forgetting this. People are like, either you hate them or you love them. And one thing I've noticed, going back to my original thing about that apparent lawyer, ever since he's come on the scene, I mean, first you had some woman who says that she's a fictional, was it erotic writer or fictional writer?
She's an erotic writer. Yeah, Rachel Kent. She also likes to post as Robin Hansen.
Oh no, I'm talking about the other one, the one that I'm talking about the other one. The one who's Sarah, something like that.
Are you talking about Shart?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, the journalist, the forensic journalist, which is not actually a thing.
Do you know what? When she said forensic journalist, right, that made as much sense as a fart in a spacesuit. Seriously, I mean, like
she literally said that she wanted to be an expert witness in court, and it's like, journalists are generally not witnesses in court. Like, if you want to be a forensic scientist to testify in court, be a scientist, but you can't make a thing up of forensic journalists.
No, right. Then let me ask you this question. I mean, obviously, because you do journalism, you do all this stuff. All right. A journalist, aren't you supposed to be unbiased, and anything you write should go through a editor or someone to, or
So,
something?
okay, and this is a big debate in journalism circles, and I actually have my degree in journalism. Yeah, bias as a journalist is a big thing, which is why you should show both sides whenever possible.
Right.
And that's why, you reach out for comment. But, there's also this modern days, everything is blurred of, can I go on and talk about news stories and give my opinion and be commentary,
Right.
like so many of the cable news networks, and that's really, it's being accepted where you can give your stuff. The problem with Shard is, and I have screenshots of this. She
Hmm.
has posted that she goes, I post rumor and conjecture. Well, guess what? That is not journalism. That's tabloidism. And
Hmm.
she doesn't distinguish between what's rumor and conjecture and what is she saying as a fact.
Mm.
So she's saying rumors, conjecture, things that she has no proof of. She
Mm.
is saying, oh, these things are true. And that is a problem because you're presenting it as a fact, and you've never established it as a fact. So
Right.
she will eventually get herself sued, and she won't even have she won't ever have a thing in court over that. Like,
Right.
she's
Right.
going to be
Okay.
guilty.
I've got two questions. So the first one is, I mean, I seriously do mean this question, and it's for the audience as well. Has anyone checked the water in the United States? Because I think there's something in the water. That's the first question. The second question is, I basically, I saw some of her stuff mentioned. I heard Jerry mention so, and other people mention stuff as well. And I believe there was, I watched about 5 minutes of it, and for some reason I found it quite interesting. In actual fact, and I'll come back to that. Is that she could make the situation actually worse, because what she's doing, she's actually putting stuff out there which hasn't been proven
Yeah.
factual. And it's very, like I said earlier on, it's very easy to people to jump sides, to like, oh, I'm a Jeremy guy, oh, I'm a Lynette. But unless they've got facts and they got proof, and the thing is, right now it's not looking good for what I've noticed, and is the hate campaign that's going on, where people are being dragged into this. And I'm not going to mention a certain individual who's 19 years old. And innocent people who have had nothing to do with this, and just for the spite of getting at Jeremy or Jeremy Hells or what the hells, they are dragging people in, regardless of anything. And I just find that so despicable.
They're not just doing that. They're also doxing people. They're also posting people stuff that, is no one's business online. And here's the thing, the people doing this have already said that they have connections with Bruce, which means they have connections with Lynette.
Hmm.
And this is why, again, I'm not gonna do any bar complaint, but pretty much he is getting her into more and more trouble. And that's why I say, if Jeremy wants me to be a witness, yeah, I'm down. I can fly to Florida,
More
no problem. Um,
right.
because I can testify to their intent and the harassment that they've done against me. And the thing is, it's not just me.
Yeah.
I'll
Quite a few
I'll
people.
happily fall on that grenade for other people, but yeah, they're taking this into really bad places.
I mean, one thing that gets me is that, and like, this is not a dig. Well, it is in a way. I mean, I've come across lawyers of various different levels, different types. Over here, we got lawyers, QCs, and stuff like that. Okay, I have never, ever come across a lawyer who behaves and conducts himself the way, and I'm going to name him, Bruce. I'm going to name you. All right, unprofessional, rude,
Mhm.
disrespectful, insightful. And I've seen some of your work over the last few weeks, and I wouldn't. I mean, and you call yourself a lawyer? No, I would say that you are, and I do apologize, and I'm going to say this allegedly, from what I've been hearing and reading, allegedly you're an ambulance chaser. And to be honest with you, you're unprofessional. You shouldn't be a lawyer.
And here's the thing, like, all these people want me to do stuff, to shut Bruce up. I'm not going to do any of that. Like, I told him to stay away from me. I want nothing to do with him. I will. There will be some communication legally. I'll say that much. It's not going to be a lawsuit or anything like that unless he wants to continue what he's doing. But he's got people that are operating on his behalf that are harassing me. And he's harassing me. He has sent letters to YouTube trying to get this channel shut down. I am not going to engage and tell anyone do things to shut down Bruce, do things to shut down these other channels. That's what they're trying to bait me into doing. I know that, and I'm smarter than that. I'm not even saying their channel names on
I mean, you don't have. Yeah, you don't have to explain yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, you do you, boo. Well, I learned that from someone else, by the way. But at the end of the day, you do what you need to do to protect yourself legally. I've seen a couple of your previous videos, and I was present at one where I was present when you brought him onto your platform. And what really, and I'm going to say this publicly, what really pissed me off was when he went shh to you. Had he done that? Had he done that to me, I would have pulled his. No, anyway, I would have told him to go and do one.
He was trying to bait me, and I wasn't taking the bait.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, right, that topic about him is now over because we can move on to that. But what I want to say is that you have no need to explain yourself to anybody. You can give them a insight of what you are intentionally or maybe doing. But other than that, don't explain yourself, because at the end of the day, all right, people can make their own minds up. However, unfortunately, and please, America, don't take this the wrong way. Stop drinking the tap water. Please drink water out of bottles that are sealed and legal. What I would say is that people need to be unbiased when they judge and listen to what is said, not how it's being said, and watch what is being what's being shown. A camera will not lie to you. A camera with a mic, if you can hear the audio and the visual of a camera, it will not lie to you. When the minute you see, like, perfect example, someone else, a certain friend of Jeremy's, I watched that video. It was edited. If you've got something to say, like I'm doing right now, like say I'm going to take Eric or a veteran, right? Me and a veteran fall out. Me and him then get into a verbal disagreement live on air. And then 5 days later, I suddenly see a video come from him that's edited. If you're going to believe that, then you believe that. At the end of the day, I know what the truth is. But people need to stop jumping on these bandwagons on this hate campaign. They need to look at the facts, the truths, regardless of what side.
Bruce, in his letter to YouTube, even lied. He said that I rebroadcast Jeremy's video. Well, this is where he gets stuck. All these people are like, "You're just listening to Jeremy." I did not, like, when I became aware of the things with Lloyd and the thing with Harley. That came from Madam Mayer's video, and there are people. I thought it was a live stream. People have told me it was a video. I thought it was a live stream, but that's what I do during my workday. I'll turn things on and just kind of like let things play, and whatever like it'll go from YouTube does an autoplay thing, and that's what I was letting go. And I came in on it, and I'm watching what's going on. And they talked about Lloyd being a veteran, and I was like, oh, okay. And that's where I became attentive, and that's where I saw all the things with Harley. But yet Bruce is like, you saw Jeremy's video and you rebroadcast it. I didn't even rebroadcast Madam Mayer's. That day during the stream, I only showed the court documents. I was only going live to show the court documents. And I said in that live, I'm going to make a call later. And people were like, "Why don't you make the call now?" And I was like, "You know what? Yeah, why don't
I was
I?"
there.
So
I was there. I was there. And the thing is, you responded as any other citizen, any other person in the world, if they see something that what we saw. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I say it, and I'm a fucking big ass grown man, right? And even I had a tear in my eye when I was watching that. I found it very difficult at one point to watch it. I just got up and made myself a coffee. And
Yeah.
Lisa, something else. Lisa Farr, I don't think I didn't see that comment. I'll come back to you in a minute, right? But the thing is, what you need to understand is that video was taken for their own protection. The police officer, Corporal Gregory of the Levy County Sheriff's Office, allowed them to do that. Okay, there wasn't any underlying agenda.
Yeah. I am going to interrupt you because DJ Radis just put out a new video, a new parody music video. DJ, go ahead and put that in the chat. And anyone, if you need to leave to go watch that, feel free. I'm not going to be butthurt about it. And definitely subscribe to DJ Radis's channel.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
And I owe DJ Rattus an apology. I actually didn't like you because I thought you were a troublemaker. But now, anyway, going back to Lisa.
I'm a troublemaker. We're all troublemakers. You know, that's fine.
Yeah, I know you're bald. But wait, what? No, I'm joking. No, of course you're a troublemaker. Jesus. Lisa Farr, let me tell you something. Here's a bit of an educational thing. You know that there are websites and stuff like that where you can make your own phone number and you can call different countries and stuff like that. And also Skype, you can actually choose numbers and then there's all VPN that you can put yourself. However, one thing you need to understand, I watched that video where Jeremy received that phone call from that gentleman in Hong Kong. Okay, I've got a little bit of experience about Hong Kong. Ni hao ma, xianqie. Okay, I got a little know-how about Hong Kong. If anyone calls from Hong Kong, I can tell you right now, if Jeremy is switched on as I think he is, and he's got his investigators and also his lawyers and legal team, they would have done a certain check because Hong Kong has a specific number. So if you call from a cell phone, okay, or a landline from Hong Kong, which is now part of China, all right, it will have a certain identifier. And trust me, I doubt very much he would have put that video up if he believed that that call was bogus or false.
Yeah.
Doubt it very much.
But you just believe in what Jeremy says. Oh my God, stop. Lynette has put up so much stuff that has shown her to be the crazy one in this. And they just need to stop. They just need to stop.
The hate campaign needs to stop because too many people are getting hurt. Too many people are getting involved and not misinterpreting and misunderstanding what's going on. And at some point, and please, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, at some point, someone's going to make a mistake and someone's going to get hurt because of this hate campaign and because of stupidity. And then what? This whole situation is about two neighbors. I'm not going to get into depth with it, but one person was told, back off, leave me alone.
Yep.
One person then decided, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna, American football.
I'm showing everyone I've got 4 football games on, so if I seem distracted, that's why.
Yeah. Oh, I just changed the subject. You know that I used to be a Miami Dolphins fan many years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Don't start. Don't go there. I will get my handbag out.
I don't hate the Dolphins. I'm a Lions fan. The only 2 teams I do not like are the Redskins and the Browns.
Right. I'm
a big college football fan, so I got college football on.
All right. Right. I'm going to change this. I'm going to totally fucking fubar you now. I'm going to change the topic. Eric Miller. Kilo Delta 7 Lima Tango November. Okay. Any update in regards of Eric and?
We are. My thing's dying, so we're probably going to have to end the stream here in a minute. Me and Eric did get some positive movement this week. We're not. It's going to be a long way of helping Eric. He needs a mobility scooter. So anyone who wants to donate to his Give Send Go, please do. Uh, I am waiting for another payout of some of the merch that we sold, and I'm going to give that money to Eric. He's a U.S. Navy vet, and we want to help support him. He needs, he needs a mobility scooter. But we were working on that this week, so things are starting to happen. We're not there yet, but we are there.
There's an old saying that an old lady said to me years ago when I was on the Remembrance Parade. She says, "Do you know what? All these businesses they should donate, but if I take £1 out and I put it into that donation box, that £1 means more than £1,000." And I went, "Yeah." So people, get in there, go and help the vets, because the vets did sacrificed a lot for you guys. But yeah, I mean, in regards to
there's a Give Send Go in the chat. Everyone, please, if you can, if you have just a couple dollars, just give Eric something to help him along. I will be giving more. So if you do buy something, from our merch store, that money will be going to Eric. And we've already donated to him before, but we will be doing it again.
One thing I would like to very quickly, and I'm going to address, if you don't mind, can I address them and the world?
Yeah.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, members of the jury, Your Honor, I just want to put out this one thing. Look, this situation, what's going on at the moment with Jeremy and Lynette, okay, you need to look at it from outside the box. Do not become judgmental before you know the facts and the truth. Once you know the facts and the truth, research it, make sure that you're 100% factual and 100% truthful, and then, do what you want. But this situation is getting to a point where it's becoming extremely dangerous. People are going to a level of,
we've already had people threatened with weapons and everything, and it just needs to stop.
And the thing is, and something else to everyone, all those YouTubers and all that, Veteran Nation is not your target. Stop picking on him. Okay. Because if you pick on him, right, yes, there are veterans out there who like jumping bandwagons, but they're blanket stackers, but that's by and by. But there are a lot of veterans out there, and we don't like, regardless of what country you're from, we don't like seeing our brothers and sisters getting picked on, and especially when it comes to a charity. All right, so please, if you're going to say something to someone, do it privately. Okay, don't jump on someone's coattail to make money. Okay, Mike, you are good people, man. Your heart's in the right place, mate, and you mean everything.
I try.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to make sure that we sort of give you that zap later on.
But I do need to get going, because if not, the laptop where this is all being hosted, it's starting to die on me. So we'll go ahead and end the stream. Everyone, please give to Eric. If you go to veterannationfoundation.com, buy some of our merchandise. A couple dollars come back to us. Spawn Trooper, do you want to promote any of your stuff?
All I can say is, how can I say it? If you remember your core values, that's enough. That people don't know what I mean with that. Remember your core values, remember your leadership values, and remember your service test. Those three things. If you remember them, okay, then that. And if you're from if you're from the UK, obviously we're getting close to winter again. It doesn't hurt you to go up to a homeless person and just go, "Hey, do you want a coffee or do you want some food?" Okay. You don't have to give them money, as long as or just help the homeless. Just give them something, food or something. Yeah. Just be nice. Just be kind to each other. There you go.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and that's love having you on. Loved hearing your take on it, because you've been following for a long time as well. And these people do your research. They're just, forget these people. They're not looking at the actual facts. The facts are, Jeremy has won in court several times. Lynette has one win, but that is
Yeah.
very dubious, and it's going to be undone this week. I'm confident. And, you
You're
know,
not going to win them all. You're not going to win. I mean, look, at the end of the day,
true.
you're not going to win them all. But the
True.
thing is, yeah, I get what you're saying. Let the courts decide. And the way, and I am so glad. Oh my God, I am so glad. What's that freaking judge?
The Thomases?
Him, yeah. Oh my God. Do you know what? One day his backside is going to sue his face for the amount of crap he talks. I tell you. Oh my good God. I mean, right. Okay. No, yeah, I have been following this for over just after it started. I have done a lot of deep research. I've done research on a lot of people, a lot of things. And I would say that people need to just, hey, take a breath, step back, get outside that box, look at what you're doing. Okay. And remember that this is not your life. It could be, but this is not your life. Doesn't mean you have to hate someone who has got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion, just like they got a backside. Okay. So please, and leave this guy alone, right? Because he did something that he believed in, like any other citizen would do, and he did it live. Just because his heart is in the right place, don't judge him on that. Judge him on when he does something wrong, but don't judge him on reacting to a video.
The people doing stuff don't care, but that's fine. That's fine. They're just digging themselves a hole. They're not bothering me yet. Once they cross the line, I will take action. But we're not there yet.
Yeah,
But
and if they're going to use my if they're going to use my voice or anything in their apparent fair use and copyright, all that crap, I want royalties, I want per diems, and I want a contract. Okay. I want, so depending on how many times you use my voice. Okay. And yeah, I want, yeah, you know what I want.
I think the only one you have to worry about is DJ Radis. He might put you in a video.
Oh
now.
shit! No, I keep on forgetting about him. Radis, I owe you an apology. I thought you were how can I put this? I thought you were a lizard, right? But you turn out to be quite a nice guy. And I've heard a lot of funny stories about your stuff you do. So I humbly apologize if I've said something to you that has been disrespectful or has been, in any way rude or, so I do apologize.
Well, we do have to end because this thing is under 5%. It's going to die on us. So thank you, everyone. Go to veterannationfoundation.com and buy some of our merchandise, support our stuff. You can also go into our Facebook group, Veteran Nation. It's on Facebook. Join us. Also post some stuff in there. I try to do memes and funny stuff, but we can have conversations in there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Yeah, and I love you, brother.
Love you, man.